Senna.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
We are finally here, House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 1. Very excited to get back into the adventures of House of the Dragon with you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Here we go. This is very different from the past one.
Oh. It looks like blood.
Always is. Oh, wow.
House Targaryen, baby.
I wonder how many iterations this went through before it was final.
Probably a lot.
I was half expecting that bird to get shot because of Blue Eyes Samurai.
Duty is sacrifice. It eclipses all things, even blood. Since the days of the first men, we have stood as guardians against the cold and the dark. But my ancestor, Torrhen Stark, began a tradition by making an offering at the onset of winter. 1 in 10 men from our household was to be chosen to fortify the watch.
Wow. Dang.
This is not a sentence, but an honor.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
A duty.
It might feel like a sentence.
The North must stand ready. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
What is this then that falls from the skies and shivers my bones?
This is only a late summer snow, my prince. In winter it will cover all you see, and all memories of warmth will be forgotten.
Sounds dire.
Pleases me to think that over a century ago our ancestors treated in this very place.
You, at least, had the mercy not to threaten me with your dragon.
This is the same location Book 1 started, right?
The realm will soon tear itself apart if men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
Starks do not forget their oaths, my prince.
That's true.
But you must know that my gaze is forever torn between north and south. I need my men here.
Whilst your men guard against wildlings and weather, the High Towers plan to usurp the throne. War is coming. To the whole of the realm, my lord.
Yeah, winter's coming too.
Wow, what a view.
My father brought King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne to see the wall. His grace stood at this very outlook and watched as their dragons, the greatest power in the world, refused to cross it.
Wow.
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
Facts.
What does it keep out?
We don't know yet.
Death.
Count your lucky stars you haven't seen it. We all watch Game of Thrones.
I have thousands of greybeards who have already seen too many winters. They are well-honed.
So they're old.
But they're good and experienced.
If your greybeards can fight, the Queen will have them.
They will fight hard, like Northerners.
I'd take a bunch of greybeard northerners.
Urgent news from Dragonstone.
What is it?
Oh no. He doesn't know.
Fall back. Take your mount again. We're flying out.
We're going to King's Landing.
To what end?
Killing Vhagar. I cannot face that hoary old bitch alone.
Yeah.
With my dragon and yours together, we can kill Vhagar and her rider.
Oh gosh.
Was this the Queen's command?
The Queen remains absent. She has been gone for days. Too long. She is exposed.
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the Queen shirks her duties.
She has to grieve.
A raven that brought me news of Laena's death. I existed for weeks, in torment, refusing to believe what I'd been told.
Yeah, she knows.
A raven has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead. She needs to know it for certain.
Mm-hmm.
What if Aemond would happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemond. The Queen was wise to recuse herself. She's not acted on the vengeful impulse that others might have.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished, and Luke would be alive.
He doesn't have time for empathy. He's too busy being precise and on target.
Fly with me.
Nope.
It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
Yep. Ooh. I like that. She's like, no.
Man, I feel like I'd be in an unstoppable rage.
Denial is the first step. The rage is coming.
I must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort.
It'll be many weeks yet. But I'll have a word with my brother to see what reinforcements the shipwrights can muster. The smithy delivered this earlier.
What's that?
A dagger?
I had this commissioned for Prince Lucerys.
I was very sorry to hear about your heir's death.
Yeah.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
It was only my duty.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
What do you reckon? We'll see more of him.
It's always interesting to me when people, don't claim the credit. I really, I did that. That was me.
Because he's a good guy.
Can I get an upgrade? Because I did something good.
Dragon! On the scorpion!
Is there actually a dragon coming?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wow.
Scorpion ready! Hold! Stand down, it's Vhagar! Stand down!
Oh, chill. It's just Vhagar. That old bitch. That is an intimidating looking dragon, though, because she's seen a lot. You can see all of the scars.
Scars of battle.
Yeah.
Where is Jaehaerys?
What do you need of him?
Taken into the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
The library. I'm afraid.
Don't be. They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
Listen to her.
Does she mean actual rats?
The Queen is an enduring mystery. Is she not?
She gets transmissions from the beyond. She knows stuff.
She was talking metaphorically, right?
We won't know until we know. Oh, goodness. Oh. Yeah. Switch teams hardcore.
Summer is well and truly through.
We're expected at the small council, Your Grace.
We cannot. Again.
Oh, but you will.
Yes, Your Grace.
We all know this bullshit. It's like, yes, ma'am. Never again. Got it. Loud and clear. No confusion here.
Rats.
Actual rats.
What for?
Food.
Really? Snack rats?
You gotta eat what you gotta eat.
Our letters to the Vale and to the north continue to go unanswered. I anticipate their sworn declaration.
My brother is raising the strength of the West to master the Golden Tooth, but we... Yeah, thank you, my prince. That's very helpful.
An apology for her dead son?
None, Your Grace. And that war is now inevitable.
Perhaps Your Grace might lend his voice to our outreach.
Enough.
And pay attention.
Yeah.
Some new terms might be negotiated.
Release it at once. Would someone please...
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Tyler?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. You what can you do? You're trying not to get beheaded.
Because I think he wants a ride.
Your Grace.
A ride?
A pony ride.
No.
Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
That's disrespectful.
Seriously. Get on your knees. Yeah, exactly.
Your Grace.
Thanks, Mum.
There are important matters to discuss, despite Sir Tyland's interruptions.
Oh.
No time for amusements, Tyland.
Blame it on him, not the child, and the poor decision to bring him.
If we are to break the Sea Snake's blockade, we will need to bolster both the Lannister and Hightower navies.
We do have need for a new master of ships. We could offer the title to the young Lord Dalton Greyjoy.
Well, hello.
The River Lords will either declare for me, or they will meet Vhagar and Sunfire together.
And we can burn the blockade while we're at it.
Rhaenyra has dragons as well.
Mine are bigger.
We must proceed cautiously.
Fat old Lord Tully will either raise my banner or see his burn. We should fly to River Run.
Terrible.
Your Grace, you must not put yourself at risk.
And Vhagar is needed here to deter Rhaenyra from attacking, in retribution for the death of her son.
Yeah, looking at you, Aemond.
You've already demonstrated your might, Your Grace. We must now favor patience and restraint. Many and more houses will declare for you in time. History and precedent will come to your side.
Who says putting young, inexperienced people in charge is a bad idea?
I had come earlier to have a word before the small council convened, but your handmaiden said that you were indisposed.
Not revealing her toes.
What is it you wish to discuss?
I have completed questioning the whole of the castle staff. They produced rather interesting details, but I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust.
Oh.
And what of them?
They no longer breathe our air.
Wow.
I've chosen your new staff personally.
That guy's dangerous.
Yeah.
You gotta look out for him.
He's scary.
He wants to see her toes. She hasn't washed in days.
Nope.
Swing! Dragon!
Yeah, run, guys. That was a cool dismount.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Well,
no.
It's one piece of it.
Yeah.
Man, dealing with death of someone so close to you. You have to see it.
Yeah.
You know? You have to know. And it's like, once you do, it's the worst possible feeling ever.
It's probably worse when it's your own child, too.
Yeah.
Because you never expect to live longer than your baby.
I know this is naive or way too optimistic on my part, but she hasn't seen a body yet.
He got burnt to a crisp.
We don't know.
He's dead.
Until you see a body.
He's dead.
Aegon the Magnanimous, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
Hail King Aegon!
The Magnanimous?
I would like to be a magnanimous.
'Tis my flock. A tenth of them taken by the crown on the cusp of winter to plan.
We should
perhaps
return them.
Oh, really?
We already made a promise to all the Crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragons for their increased activity and, pray not, eventual fighting.
Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
If you return one herd of sheep, Your Grace, you'll soon find them all at the foot of your throne expecting the same.
Yes.
They won't know.
They will know.
When the king speaks, Your Grace.
Everybody knows.
All hear it.
I appreciate his intent, though.
He just wants to be liked.
It's that simple.
I think so.
He didn't want to actually do good.
I have decided that I cannot restore your sheep. If war were to break out, my dragons will require feed. Bring the next.
Aww.
With a blockade in place and war threatening...
That treasonous blockade won't last long. I plan to send Vhagar to burn it to ash. Bring the next.
Oh, boy.
You can't just be out here telling people your plans.
Hugh, Your Grace.
This guy seems important.
Yeah.
The Smiths are all proud to support Your Grace against Rhaenyra. But iron costs have grown.
Ah.
To put it simply, we are struggling. If we could but have the crown's coin before we started work, it would bring great relief.
Ah.
I don't think this is an unreasonable ask.
Yeah, but they're probably in debt.
You shall be paid, and paid well. My army cannot win a war without your weapons. You should continue their making. Our victory depends on the efforts of the small folk.
Shut the F up, grandson.
You have my most sincere
He just did a 180. He did an about face. He's like, fuck it. Like, why even? He should have just stood up there with him. I mean, I guess, I know rules are rules. You're not supposed to be, but like...
Tis the hand's want to keep a firm grip on things. He controlled your father the same way.
Oh, gosh.
Viserys had a certain reputation as being pliable.
I am aware.
I would think, as we find ourselves standing within a hair's breadth of war, that you would wish to be viewed differently.
He's good.
How?
Otto Hightower was your father's hand, Your Grace.
Make me your hand. Did you get the memo? Did you understand the subtext?
I requested an audience hours ago.
There were many petitions.
I need a drink.
My sons both see you as the great example. The hand to 3 kings. Aegon is ever eager to prove himself, and Aemond is angry. Rhaenyra's son took his eye and was never punished for it. What he did, however vicious.
The caprice of youth.
The caprice of youth.
But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
No, she's not. Not at all.
We only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent. Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our cause to victory.
A fine strategy, daughter. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
I know it.
It's coming.
But that does not mean it must be wanton.
Okay.
No.
I feel like it's gonna be, though, because, like, the young ones are gonna get involved and it's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna find something, isn't he?
Yeah. Otherwise, why have this scene?
Check in the hay. Oh, hello.
Uh-oh.
You.
When last we met, there were 2 of you.
Oh.
How long have you been selling secrets to Otto Hightower?
As long as he had gold to pay for them.
Uh-oh.
You put Aegon on the throne.
That was the Hightower's conspiracy. I merely profited from knowing Aegon's movements.
But you delivered him.
Simply sped the business along.
Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
Wow. Sharp.
Otto Hightower was to me as I am to your noble ilk, fodder to be cast off.
What else do you know of him, his plans?
Little unless
Do you have coin?
I possess nothing of value to you, Damon.
What now? What now? What's he gonna do?
Have her moved to the cells. She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
That's worse than death.
Forgive me, my prince, but the lady speaks the truth. She was no agent of the Hightowers.
Was it honor that made you stand by and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne? You and your traitorous twin.
I'm shamed by it. It's why I abandoned the King's Guard and my brother and came here.
I don't care. Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself.
I reckon our names of the King's Guard are just 8 and 10.
And we swore the same oath to defend the whole of the royal family. So what were we to do when they turned against one another?
That was great scene work just now.
Yeah.
I liked all of that because it's like you could have easily played that bigger and you know.
Yeah. No, it was
very
pitched,
restrained.
Pitched perfectly.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here comes the rage part.
Did you find what you needed?
Okay.
I will fly to Harrenhal at your command and set our toehold in the Riverlands.
Your Grace, my Lord Husband's blockade of the gullet moves into place. All seaborne travel and trade to King's Landing.
That's a great shot.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
That's simple.
Burn it all down.
We're not messing about.
Yeah. A son for a son.
I gotta say again, I love that shot just now, the way they did that.
All right, now we chat.
You surely accumulated spies within the Red Keep. Servants who knew the comings and goings.
Scheme with someone else, Damon. I was once in your thrall, but no longer.
Huh.
A transaction, then. Your knowledge in exchange for your freedom.
I thought something like this might happen.
She's a businesswoman.
No way she's gonna stay down there, right?
No.
Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale. Lord Cragen Stark
Aww.
has promised 2,000 men.
I think some hugs are in order.
Yeah. Oh. He was trying so hard to hold it together. Oh. Are you gonna light a candle?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. They were still friends once. And she's a mother too. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a nice edit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damon, what are you doing?
traveling in the Vale of Night.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the high towers.
Fuck the high towers.
Keep walking.
Getting them from the inside. You have to hide your hair better, dude. Everyone knows you.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers. He must be busy. That castle positively crawls with them now.
She was right. Watch out for the rats.
Her ghost told me you're a betting man. Fighting pits.
Dogs. And bones.
How deep your debts?
I want something.
I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
Michael's tunnels. Great big rat's nest it is. I know them better than the shape of my own cock.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's a way to put it.
This is my friend. Tonight he's going to be your friend. You're to find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen.
Wow.
It's one half. We get the other when it's done.
This is gonna go bad.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing what Rhaenyra wants.
Alicent is simply angry.
Angry?
She blames me for starting this war. After she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne. Her grace speaks with two tongues.
She has a gentle heart.
Oh.
And Rhaenyra is a cunning spider. Long ago, she drew Alicent into her web, intoxicated her. It is not your mother's fault.
She holds love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
He's very clear about what's going on, I guess.
Lord Han.
I guess Aemon doesn't have to stand for his grandfather.
Return to your post, Lord Commander. I must have a word with the prince.
Yeah, I mean, he's the prince, so...
I guess that trumps grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you, Aemond, you will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses.
He's not gonna.
We both know that your brother cannot.
I don't think that worked.
I would be like, show me all the pieces. Like, show me what you know that I don't know.
Yeah.
This is gonna go horrible. I would be shocked if they killed him off so early.
No, they can't.
No.
Bring the dog.
With what hands?
There's so many dope shots in this episode.
My nephew's already taken that one.
It's a king.
I need to be.
Keep your eyes down.
I need a style that demonstrates power.
No one notices a rat catcher.
I mean, we got soldiers everywhere and the king.
Aegon the Generous.
I guess they're just like nobodies.
Exactly.
Is there more strong
Just
wine?
don't look sus.
Eyes down.
He said eyes down.
The dragon cock.
Yes, the untamable beast.
I'm a little surprised they were able to just pass through like that. No question.
Security is not tight.
How do we get upstairs?
That guy's voice. His voice is so scary.
He does have a really scary voice.
Different group of rat catchers working upstairs.
If we're to kill a royal f***ing prince, where do you think we're going to find him?
I got you in the castle.
Yeah.
I thought the rest was your bit.
Ooh!
I know my way upstairs. I just don't know my way around. Show me.
Not the most useful rat catcher then. What?
Oh.
Dog!
That's a death sentence. You know he's gonna be dead before the end of the episode.
This way.
You don't kick the dog.
I'm a little surprised they showed that.
Yeah.
Oftentimes they shy away from that kind of stuff in TV and movies now.
Oh, they were just here.
No one's here.
Maybe he heard you coming. You're being very obvious. What happened? What do you see?
Destruction.
Whoa. Oh god. I don't like this.
I would be like, abort, abort. This is...
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Where's... Oh. I am a rat catcher.
Everything's normal here. Don't mind me. Just doing my job.
She probably knows all the rat catchers. Plus, he should have learned how to set a trap properly. Uh-oh. What the heck are you... What? No chill at all.
Uh-oh. She just did something, didn't she?
Stay still.
Oh.
What?
She's the queen, she is.
A son for a son, he said. Or does she look like a fucking son to you? Over there.
No. No, you can't kill a baby. No.
They both look the same. Which one's a boy?
Maybe that one. The mother knows.
Which?
You can't ask a mother to choose.
That's not a son.
I feel like any mother worth her salt would be like, no, take me.
She's pointing to the daughter, isn't she?
Which one?
Wait.
Right there?
Is the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
Exactly.
No. She's telling true.
How do you know?
Hold him down.
Oh my god, poor baby. Oh my god.
That they cannot show.
They're
you.
doing it. Oh my god, that sounds awful. Oh no. How do you live with yourself? Or maybe it's just a choice of like, I can have one or we can all die. The heck, where is everyone?
That is what I'm wondering about. It's such an empty place.
Yeah.
No security,
There's
nothing.
no guards, nothing?
Helena! What's happened?
So awkward, but who cares?
They killed the boy.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
I'm not okay after that.
Right there at the end, they revealed that she said, we're not doing this anymore.
I know. We all knew that.
What's crazy about that is you didn't see anything, but you heard it, and that was really disturbing still. I mean, the idea is enough.
Yeah, that really... I feel really, really upset. Like, I'm like, genuinely, I'm just holding back tears right now because that was a lot. And you're right, they didn't show anything, but it was just like the sound effects. Because it's like fine, okay, you kill the child, whatever. Do you have to like stab it so many times? Like it's a pig or something? Do you know what I mean? Like, did you really have to do all of that? That was so horrible. But I mean, it is in the world of the Game of Thrones, so you know they do stuff that's really disturbing.
I was actually really surprised by this episode because, you know, you think about episode 1 of season 1 and how graphic it was. I was waiting with bated breath, not in a good way, for that to happen. Like something like that visually. But they got you mentally instead. And I thought that like it was very measured. It was very restrained all around this episode. The way it was shot, it felt like a real movie. You know, because one of the things we talked about during our review of Roadhouse, the remake, is how everything is designed to be second screenable now, so you can like watch it while you're doing your laundry. This is not that show.
No.
This is not like that at all. It's like you have to pay attention. You have to be picking up on the details and the nuances. You have to connect it to the previous season and be informed. Otherwise, you're going to be lost and it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's not messing around. And I really appreciate that we still get content like this that, you know, I don't feel like we deserve anymore. Someone said that about Mad Max Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, and I was like, yeah, I get that. I forgot who said it. I think it was Chris Stuckman, who was like, wow, we still get movies like this. It's like, it feels like we don't deserve this. And so I just really appreciate the way that this was done. It was so cinematic. There was this moment when, I can't remember anybody's names. The queen who lost her son.
Rhaenyra,
when she enters the room, right? The war room, and she goes to the head of the table.
Yeah.
And she enters the room and faces Daemon, right? And so in my mind, they're just on a steady cam of some kind. And so the camera's just kind of following her and whatnot. But then it keeps going, and it goes over the table. And it's like, in my mind, I'm like, how the fuck did they shoot that? Like, that's immediately where my head goes, because it's like, you don't even notice how dope that is. It's so subtle. And it reminds me of the shot that actually made me want to be a director that Spielberg did in The Lost World. I'm not going to explain the shot, but there's a shot just like it in The Lost World. And it's like, it's so cool when someone does something that is so effortlessly beautiful and extremely challenging, by the way. And it goes right in on her face, and you know exactly what's going on with her. So it's simultaneously doing beautiful visual cinema, and it's telling us a strong story at the same time.
Well, yeah, it's showing us that it's deeply personal. Like, she's in this space which is supposed to be for, you know, I guess politics, war, government, whatever. But the only thing she says is, I want Aemond. And that's it. Yeah. You know, she's a grieving mother who wants revenge for her son's death.
I'm having a little bit of a disconnect with Aemond, because at the end of season 1, he looked like he had regret. He looked like, oh, I messed up. And here, it's total opposite, where he wants more blood. He's angry. And I'm like, what? I missed something there between the end of season 1 and this.
Yeah. It would make sense in that moment. It's an oh shit moment. It's an oh crap, I've gone too far, you know? And then now it's like, okay, well, my brother's king. Let me help my family maintain our hold over this for as long as I can, because that's important to me and important to my family.
Yeah, he still looks dope.
He does.
He's got a swagger to him or something. And even that scene when his grandfather came in the room, it's like, I just noticed how the acting is all very like restrained in a way that is like so surprising, because I guess I'm so used to things being bigger and louder. It's like the way he's speaking to his grandfather, the way they were talking to each other. I wonder if the director had the note, do less, you know, to the point that it feels like you're doing nothing. It's like the scene work was really strong. The first time I noticed it was around the jail scene, you know.
Oh yeah, the acting in this show is phenomenal. Like, so many different layers, so many things going on at the same time, right? And so you're right, you have to pay attention to all of the micro expressions and the things that are being said without using words, or using words but you got to read the subtext. You know, I also really liked that scene with Rhaenyra and her other son, when he comes in and he's trying so hard to be a grown-up, you know, and relay the information of what allies he's managed to procure. But then he starts breaking down, and it's like, oh my God. Like, yeah, of course you would. Your brother just died.
He's not Aemon.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that
know. He doesn't have that facade. He's just a kid, you know, and he's like, his brother died and he wants his mom. It was such a beautiful scene to me.
I wouldn't even call it a facade. I mean, Aemon's just like, he's sort of an alpha, you know, in that the way he carries himself, his attitude. I'm not that kind of dude where I'm just like plotting a fucking war and how we're going to destroy. Like, I'm the kind of dude who's like, oh man, I'd be wrecked, you know, over loss. And I would understand someone having empathy for the other side. Like, I get all that. Makes me a little bit of a bitch, but like, you know what I mean? I am not a Leonidas. you know what I mean?
No.
Whereas Aemon clearly is. It's like, we're on task. We're doing this.
Well, also, he hasn't lost anyone, you know?
He lost an eye.
Yeah, he's had some time to get over it, and I think he's doing just fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think even if he lost someone, he would be akin to Doctor Who. Like, you know,
Daemon?
To Daemon, yeah. It's like, Daemon's like...
They are very similar.
Yeah.
They're very impulsive, and, you know, they want to get things done. Like, Daemon coming in there and being like, okay, well, let me get my gold cloaks on board and see what we can do, and then okay, so we'll get the rat catcher. It's like, don't you know you sent some dummies to do some important work.
They did something.
Now they've made it worse.
Yeah.
They've killed Aemon's heir. Oh wait, no, Aegon. He's
okay.
Aegon. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it. We are going to war now. There's no stopping it.
How is Aemon gonna process that is a big question I have. It's
he clearly really, like, I don't know. I was going to say he clearly loves his son. I don't know, but he at least enjoyed him, you know, and he was important to him to the point that he brought him to a freaking war council to have the child just distract everyone with it being a child. He's going to be really mad.
Aegon, I'm figuring him out. Like, it's been a minute since I've seen season 1, but I'm figuring him out again because, you know, on the one hand, he just seems kind of childish and foolish, but on the other hand, I'm like, I can't really, like, you're saying he just wants to be liked, and I get that, but there's a small part of me that wonders if he is trying to do what he thinks is the right move, and he's being guided towards the opposite. One of the things you and I have talked about in other reactions is how oftentimes, like, bad is cultivated. It's nurture, you know? Sure. So there's that whole conversation of nature versus nurture, and I couldn't tell if that was a moment of nature versus nurture, or, you know, it was a matter of he just wants to be liked, and grandfather's like, no, like, this is what we have to do.
I think for me, looking at his character, he seems immature and maybe a little narcissistic, and so I don't feel like his being nice to the farmer or to the blacksmith or anything like that comes from a place of genuine empathy and compassion. I think it comes from a place of, I want people to say that I'm a really great king, you know, and I want the people to like me. That's just my opinion.
Fair, I guess. I mean, everyone wants to have a good legacy. It wasn't something as flippant as give them cake.
Cake, yeah.
Yeah, like, it wasn't that. You know, he was just like, okay, well, clearly you need that, and blah, blah, blah.
But if he was really interested in being a good king, he would have paid attention while his father was alive, maybe.
You're right.
He would have read books.
You're right.
You know?
You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. No, you're right. Well, maybe both things are partially right. I don't know. I did really hate him in the moment at the conference, at the meeting when his son is playing, you know, with the little thing, and he's like,
being stupid. Who brings like a 5-year-old to an important meeting?
That made me hate him in that moment because it's like, oh, why don't you give him a horsey ride or whatever? I'm like, dude, that's so humiliating.
That's humiliating. Yeah. And once again, to me, that seems really short-sighted because you're belittling someone on your council, someone who you need to be on your side.
It's short-sighted.
It's extremely short-sighted. I mean, they're doing such a great job of showing us who the characters are. He's not a great king. Maybe if he has good counsel, if he listens to the people around him and they're actually good, he could be a decent king, but I don't think so.
Well, what was so interesting to me about that scene is that you have this dude who's working for the king, and he's trying to be respectful to this baby because he doesn't want to lose his hand, he doesn't want to lose his head.
Yeah.
And he's got to play along and smile even though this is stupid.
Even though he wants to be like, psh.
Exactly.
Go away, child.
Exactly.
This is no place for you right now.
There, it isn't. I was feeling for him in that moment of just like trying his best to like, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. That's so helpful. Thank you. I thought his acting was great. Anyway, across the board, great acting. I really enjoyed the filmmaking, the writing, et cetera, et cetera. It's got me definitely excited to continue forward into episode 2. Thanks so much. I'm Jabby Kaway. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.